Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of Explaining the Unexplained. Welcome to our first episode, and I am happy to introduce this new series that we have on the BGCR channel called Explaining the Unexplained. Little backstory on this series and this episode that we're going to be talking about and watching. I have another channel called Ben Mix, or Ben Mix Gaming, whatever you want to call it. I always wanted to do something like this, specifically videos like this where I, not just me, but like make a series where me and a group of people go out, investigate certain things, investigating the unexplained and trying to explain it, specifically like aliens, conspiracy theories, and paranormal stuff. So I pitched it to the guys at BGCR to start the series, and I told Sergio, a Grid 2 bot, and he was all for it. And I am so happy to start this because I already have this episode ready for the channel, because originally this video came out on my other channel, Ben Mix, which is my solo channel, and I took it down for many reasons. I took it down because I was living at the house at the time, okay? And when I recorded it and it happened and I posted it, it started a lot of things in my home where a lot of bad paranormal stuff was happening. I don't want to say bad, but a lot of paranormal stuff was happening, which, you know, when you live it, you don't want it. But welcome to the premiere of Explaining the Unexplained, Episode 1, Barbara. So Luke, start off with, obviously we met in high school, but start off see if you remember the day that I told you about my house. Do you remember not obviously specifically what I said, obviously it's kind of hard to remember that.
Yeah, it was many years ago. but
do you remember one of the key moments or memories or just something that I said that kind of like, whoa, okay, that's pretty crazy about his house?
Yeah, you had told me about some of the EVPs you'd caught and just some general things about your house, like, oh, people have died here, or like stuff moves. You showed me that, or you told me about the video that you had at the time of your bathroom door opening and closing that was on your old channel, and then you showed me that at one point, and I was like, oh, there's something's going on in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like one of the first times you told me about it, when we were in school.
Now, the question is, what was the first thing that you remember that you experienced in my house that kind of like made you like, okay, that's not normal, or like, that's not explainable?
Yeah, the very first thing, and I think I talked about this during your live stream, was the EVP that we caught.
Mm-hmm.
We were over at your house because of school. We were doing schoolwork, and you were like, you want to do an EVP session with my phone in the living room? So we sat down on your couch and we put your phone on your coffee table, and you were just asking some general questions. And you had asked at one point, you said, can you make a sound for Luke? And in the EVP recording, you can hear like a sound like that, like a loud clap, like someone was stomping, and we couldn't hear that in real life with our own ears, which was really weird. He has a cross on his wall, and I tend to pick out in rooms when things are like off or pictures aren't straight. So obviously we went into the living room and turn around and see his cross on his wall was like tilted over like this, which is like super weird because I didn't notice it when I walked into the room initially, when I walked into your house. So that was a weird thing. There was also a time where we were coming up to your door after a late night of studying at my house. We had I don't know if you didn't have your keys with you or something, but you were like, you knocked on the door to get a hold of your brother or something, and you were like, why isn't he coming to the door? And you put your face up to the glass, and something on the other side knocked on the glass.
Yeah.
And you were like, what the hell?
I remember you're like, I was like, you heard that, right? You're like, yeah.
I was like, what the hell was that? Like, something on the other side of the glass is just like, I'm not letting you in. It's just like mocking you. Yeah, that being like in front of this right now is like kind of creepy because of witnessing that live was kind of weird. I didn't notice it at first at all until someone in the comments said something about it, and I was like, okay, it's probably just someone like messing with you or whatever. And then I think Michael called you or something after you had noticed it, and he said that it moved, and I was like, okay, I have to go look at this myself, and I went and looked, and it fucking does. It moves. And that was really creepy, because that's one of the, I'd say, like, most straight up things that you've caught as far as on video goes. Like, you had the first episode of Paranormal Expeditions in your room, and you hear something fly across the room, but you don't see it. And then on your live stream, you literally see the closet move. And I had asked you too if your dog was in the room at the time, because as much of a paranormal believer I am, I'm also a skeptic. So I try and figure out what could be, possibilities as to why things happen. And that was the first thing I thought, was like, maybe Mila was in the room. Interesting.
Let's get to this. So, more evidence that mirror is facing that mirror. So what were you saying, Luke, what that was in the paranormal world, or what they consider that?
Oftentimes it's thought of to be like a portal, or like a black mirror. Like it's a doorway for things to enter in, like, black magic usually.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's weird is constantly when I'm, over there, sitting on my chair, I constantly see, like, people, like shadows. Like, you can see it work, how shadows casted out right next to me. Like, you can see when someone's walking like this. Mm-hmm. I constantly see that in here when I'm up here by myself.
Yeah.
Like, and it's always coming from, like, this area to this.
Do you ever hear, like, footsteps in here? Like,
I hear moving.
The floor is, like, kind of creaky when you walk.
I hear creaking, but I don't hear footsteps. I hear like this, watch. I hear that.
Yeah.
I constantly hear, like, creaking in here. So, that's weird.
Yeah.
We just heard something in here.
Fucking
I know. That was weird.
That was like was that two? Was it two?
It sounded like someone was walking in the room in there.
Like a
footsteps.
Stomp.
Like heavy though. They aren't light.
Yeah.
Alright. Hold down the... There's no way to do it.
I have to go through my settings. God dang it.
You make it.
Set this down. Was that two?
That was behind me, dude.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
What the fuck? That was like instant for some reason, but that was like this. It was like this.
Yeah. I heard that for sure.
I know the camera got it for sure.
Here we are in the bathroom. We've communicated a lot in here thus far. Would you like to communicate further and make some more noises that aren't my stomach?
That you?
I'm like hearing stuff on the other side.
Yeah, I hear creaking like someone's trying to walk. Are you in the other room? Can you knock on the door for us, please? Oh.
What?
You move your hand, cast a shadow right there, right here.
Oh, really?
And it moved, and I saw in the corner of my eye. I was like, oh wait.
Can you maybe move the door? You like to move the door downstairs. Can you move this one?
I'm hearing noises in the other room.
can hear.
Yeah. You?
Yeah. It's like really, really tiny, like little, like.
Yeah.
Are you trying to enter from the other room? If so, you can knock on the door.
What the fuck was that?
That sounded like a curtain being drawn.
But in there?
Dude, do they have curtains?
No. Well, yeah, they do. That was opened up more before on the left side. Look at it.
The light in there.
The one on the left?
That one over there.
Yeah.
Does the light bother you in here?
Can you please move something in there? Whoa. I just felt something touch my shoulder.
Really?
Yeah. That felt weird. That felt weird. I've never had that before.
Did you just touch Ethan? Did you just touch Ethan? I just heard a knock over here.
Like one?
Like in the bathroom, yeah.
Luke. I feel like something's like right next to me.
Really?
Yeah, like to my right. Like, you know how I told you I felt that presence of
Like
something?
the static?
Yeah, no, not just that, but like the yoo-hoo thing. Like it felt like something pressed against me. I felt it like right here. Like I felt it like physically and like mentally. Like I felt like just someone was standing next to me.
Are you next to Ethan right now?
Move something. Give me a sign you're next to me. My arm hair.
Standing up.
A little bit, yeah. I felt a couple stand up.
We thought we heard the curtains move in here earlier. Was that you? If so, can you do it again?
Ooh. Can you make it that knocking sound again for me, please? Give me a sign that you're here. Can you move something? Let's start with the basics. Alright, I'm gonna ask you serious questions. A series of questions, not serious questions. They are serious. But I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, and to answer them, I'm gonna have you knock for me. Knock 1 for yes and knock 2 for no. Did you die in this house? Is she okay?
She's like looking around.
Yeah.
She was kind of like laying down earlier.
Yeah. I mean, we heard that noise and then she was propped up.
Yeah. The truth.
Now I'm getting a little more creepy vibe now. Who are you? That's the question I asked before I made that knock.
Are you the same spirit that was upstairs with us earlier?
You heard that in the kitchen?
Yeah.
It's recording right now on the EVP and the camera. We heard a knock in the kitchen. And then
That was a yes response to that question.
Alright, let's go near that. Let's try to follow it. Are you in this kitchen? Can you make another knocking sound, please? Ask it another question.
Let's see here. Did you die here?
Knock.
Mm-hmm.
Right over there.
Right by the cabinet.
I don't like how that's open, by the way. So that's a yes knock. Okay, so I'm gonna place the EVP recorder right here by the stove. So right now, what you're about to hear is something that we caught on the recorder. As we're asking questions, you can hear something hit the recorder after the knock, and as well as something breathing into the recorder. What did you ask? What did you ask? Now what you're about to hear is some unexplained talking through the recorder. Be in mind, my parents are asleep upstairs and we're the only ones downstairs. So we can't explain who's talking into the EVP in the kitchen. Are you over there? Are you over there? Now, this is our last EVP evidence. If you listen closely, it's answering one of our questions with a knock, followed by the floor creaking, meaning that someone stepped or walked in the kitchen when we weren't there. That was the bedroom. That was the bedroom. Thank you everyone for watching this amazing video that I absolutely loved the making at the time and still love, because I had to go in there, fix certain things, do this for you guys, because obviously it's different. I'm excited to find all the paranormal, conspiracy theory, and alien stuff we find in the series with the guys of BGCR, and I'm just so excited. And thank you for watching. Please, if you haven't, join our Paranormal Club by hitting the subscribe button and hitting that like button as well, so we know that you like these type of videos, so we can continue doing these type of things. If you have any suggestions for us to whatever places you want us to investigate, conspiracy theory stuff to talk about, not talk about, go to, or some alien sightings you think might happen, we never know. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video. Bye everyone.